With this whole Jonathan Majors case, it seems like it is a this side versus that side, like it is a boys versus girls issue. But with everything that I've seen, me personally speaking, it just reinforces the valuable lesson that I've learned by people or by going through it the hard way. Subscribe to this video, like, share. Why are you guys still watching this? Subscribe.
This morning, actor Jonathan Majors, best known for his roles in Creed 3 and Marvel movies,
paved the road.
found guilty of assault and hours later fired from the Marvel Universe. A source with direct knowledge of the decision told NBC News. A jury on Monday acquitting him on 2 out of 4 charges: assault in the 3rd degree, a misdemeanor, and a harassment violation, stemming from an incident earlier this year involving his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. During the nearly 2-week trial, the actor's ex-girlfriend took the stand for several days, testifying that the actor assaulted her for grabbing his phone after she spotted a text from another woman, causing a laceration behind her ear and a fractured finger.
With this whole issues with videos and messages coming out and all types of opinions being had over the whole social media YouTube platform, and I'm sure that y'all have heard it is safe to say that this was in by no ways a healthy relationship. But this is what I think, right? And this correlates to my own personal opinions. Even though I have no problem with alcohol, I have no problem with some things that people do. It is unfortunate because people have unhealthy relationships with alcohol. People really have unhealthy relationships with alcohol. If you are not happy with yourself or with the situation that's going on in your life, stay away from drugs. Just stay away. Never have I seen situations be better or be made better because of drugs, because of alcohol, because people are high, people are drunk. I have never seen situations get better from people being involved with things like that. And in this case, it's obviously true that some type of drugs were involved. People who tend to overindulge in this type of things tend to have an emotional barrier or trauma that they're trying to suppress. And because they cannot deal with it sober-minded, or they haven't dealt with it sober-minded, they look for aids. Now, am I surprised that when somebody has gone through something traumatic, the next thing they go is to a club? Am I surprised that when someone has gone through something traumatic or something that is not liked, the next thing they find themselves in an environment where all types of drugs and alcoholic substances are being promoted or being used? And unfortunately, people that are unstable emotionally, these type of people, unless people take the time that they need to properly heal and live a life where they can indulge once in a while, but they can also go a long time without doing it, this may never end and it may just become a cycle again and again and again. Some people will watch this video and agree with me or may not agree with me, and yet they will keep on doing the same thing and expecting things to change. We have to do better for ourselves, including me. We have to get better every single day.
Street surveillance footage played in court from the night in question showed Jabari getting out of an SUV and Majors picking her up and putting her back into the car. Prosecutors claimed that the actor threw her back inside the vehicle like a football, but Majors' attorney said that she was the one who assaulted him, even chasing him down the street. When the jury first began to deliberate last week, they asked the judge to replay a 911 call Majors made the morning after the assault.
Is she unconscious?
Majors telling 911 he had found an unresponsive Jabari in his apartment, police arresting the actor after observing injuries to Jabari's head and neck. Majors, who did not take the stand, has maintained his innocence and faces up to 1 year in jail. After the verdict, his attorney saying in a statement, Mr. Majors still has faith in the process and looks forward to fully clearing his name. Now with Majors awaiting sentencing on February 6th, the movie studios that propelled him to stardom wasting no time cutting ties.
The next thing I do want to say is that even me, human beings or people have a tendency of ignoring red flags. And trust me, I do too. Even looking beyond the whole trying to see the best in people or trying to see the good in people or trying to give people multiple chances. And even though nobody is perfect, this is where things get complicated, because when you see somebody that you like and you ascribe everything that you want in this person, whether it's by means of status, by means of beauty, by means of social circle, sometimes the red flags that come with that are not worth the risk of your peace. And sometimes I ask myself this question. This is something I personally ask myself. What do I have to give up? There has to be something that I have to lose when it comes to dealing with relationships and with people to get peace. Because even though you get all these things that you want from them, whether you want to be with the most attractive person, you want to be with the tallest person, you want to be with the richest person, there is something that has to come with that. There is something that has to come with that, especially when you're meeting them at that point in their life and not at the beginning when they started their journey. No matter what area of life they're talking about, looks, finances, whatever, there's going to be something that comes with that. Now, is that coming at the risk of your peace? Are you willing to make that sacrifice? And if you don't want to make that sacrifice, what are you willing to give up? Because you have to give up something. You can't have everything. We can't have everything. And that's something I continually ask myself, because it's something that I feel like most of us are afraid to have. Because people don't want to settle. But in a way, we all kind of end up settling anyway. And also in a way, I don't blame us for being like that, because it is different when we only have ourselves to improve on and to make changes on. When it comes to other people that we want to see better and we want to help them do better, if they don't want to do it, there's nothing that we can really do. It's out of our power. So sometimes people just want to go for what is already being done. But sometimes you are not there to help that person avoid some mistakes, because nobody is perfect. Nobody's an island. So I think us as people, including me, we need to go back to the drawing board and really analyze what we want. Now, this is hard. It's not going to be easy, because you will have to part with some things that you have liked all this time. Do we really have the strength to do that? That's yet to be seen. And if we don't do the work, we are going to keep finding ourselves in unfortunate circumstances. And unfortunately, these circumstances will come when you're at the peak of your life, or where you feel like you're at the peak of your life, your takeoff point. Like with Jonathan Majors and this woman. Look at what's happened. It takes one person to bring you down after years of work. Now, I may not know what's going on in her life, or because I don't see it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. You will both get affected in the ways that is disturbing to your actions. We don't know. But all we can say is that you surround yourself with the right people, you will get the right treatment. You surround yourself with wrong people, you will get the wrong treatment. Now, maybe sometimes surrounding yourself with the right people, which means that you may have to give up some things for now and help each other build to that point and create a circle where nobody can come in and mess things up. And when it comes to this case, people are going to believe what they want to believe. There are two sides, and I've heard both. I've heard two sides that say the man is guilty. I have heard the other side that says the woman is guilty. I've heard the side that says the woman is innocent, and vice versa for the man. From both genders, men and women. And the truth is that we will never really know, because we are not directly involved. All we can make judgments on is by what is provided to us. And I really think that's disingenuous for me to come out here and start claiming to be on one side or the other, especially when I don't know much about them. I don't know. All I can do is make changes to my own actions and make sure that I learn from other people's mistakes. And I make sure that this never happened to me, and you make sure that this will never happen to you. Subscribe.